On.
Welcome to the CCO Pre-Show for episode 406.
406?
Yes.
Holy shit.
Yes, we audibled last week. Now we're doing it this week.
What?
Brought to you by the wonderful patrons at patreon.com/CCO Podcast.
Whether they like it or not.
Yeah, remember we were going to do this one last week, but then we switched to the bonus episode where we were talking about all that stuff that they haven't even seen yet, probably.
No, they have to have seen it by now because this will come out after it.
Oh, yeah?
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But you and me haven't seen that they've seen it yet.
That's right. That's right. Because it's Christmas and Christmas is hell.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I gotta go my frickin'... It's not my frickin' wife's Christmas party. It's my wife's frickin' Christmas party.
Yeah, and at first I was like, oh, that sounds like lots of fun. And then he talked more about it. And then it sounded like less fun. And then he told me that the work doesn't even pay for it?
Why are we doing this?
So what's the point?
Nobody wants to go bowling. And bowling is okay at best. It's fine when you go with your friends, and it's like fun when me and my wife and my kid go. Then it's fun. Okay, so it's fine at best. And this is going to be bad because I don't like some of Rebecca's coworkers.
And neither does she.
She doesn't like some of them that are different ones than I don't like, and some of them are fine at best. That like I'll spend an evening with them. But we have to do it bowling that I have to frickin' pay for.
That's
it's like $100 night for nothing.
That's the big one. And $100 isn't that bad for a night out for two of yous.
Well, no, but
Like, that's not too bad at all.
Hey, $100 or getting kicked in the nuts? $100. That doesn't work. That wasn't the question.
No, that doesn't work at all. No.
$100 or not spend $100 and have just as fine of an evening at home on my couch drinking my own beer. That isn't $10 a cup.
Well, that sounds kind of lame too. Like, but if you have to go out, like you got to do something, right? Like, why don't they just go over to somebody's house and just get all pissed up? Like, what?
I don't know. We did that. The last time we did that was 2019. And, okay, so my wife's coworker got so hammered that he was telling all the ladies at the work that he loves them. And he was kissing them on the cheek. Oh, we're venturing into no-go territory with your coworkers. Then he gets so drunk, he's sitting on my couch because it was at my frickin' house. And, you know, my carpet's like the color of my skin. Mm-hmm. And he's got his drink. And it's like, I gotta talk close. He's got his drink. It's like Crown Royal and Coca-Cola. So you know what color that drink is.
Yeah, it's brown.
Versus the color of my skin.
Not brown.
No, and he's hammered. He gets up like this. He stands up, and his whole drink tipped upside down onto the frickin' floor. Maybe that's why we don't go to people's houses.
Yeah.
I don't know. So it's Christmas party season. We're going to do our Christmas episode, but...
Yeah, my Christmas party's next weekend, and I like all my coworkers.
Oh.
And the building here pays for everything. Like all the drinks and all the shit. So we just show up, we get hammered until like midnight, and then work pays for our cab home.
Hey, that's the best part.
Yeah, and so then we get a ride home because we're safe, and we all get drunk, and it's fun.
Yeah, and usually over the holiday season, there's booze and baking at the station.
Correct.
Where's Erin McNutt when you need her?
She'll bring baking starting in the next couple of weeks. She's already begun planning.
Oh, yeah? She's going to bring a whole bottle of Baileys that we drink in one sitting? But just me and you?
I mean...
Straight by itself?
She might not, but I'm sure somebody will.
Could you just tell her? Could you tell the bosses, hey, so I record this podcast on Saturday mornings.
They did have some Baileys downstairs for some reason a couple weeks ago.
Oh.
And then... they're like, oh, Brando, there's Baileys and whatever downstairs if you want some. And I went down and got one of those big coffee mugs like I have outside right now. It's like this tall.
Yes.
And I just filled it with Baileys and brought it back upstairs. And I was just drinking it while I was at work.
That's
working.
What,
and yeah.
That's what you do, isn't it?
Yeah. And they're like, oh, Brando, why is that so light or whatever? And it's like, because it's just Baileys.
Me and my mom do that Christmas morning. Okay, so she's like, do you want a coffee and Baileys? That's my mom voice, you know.
Yeah.
And I go, no, just a Baileys or whatever. So she gets like her coffee and her Baileys. And instead of cream, she puts Baileys. So it's all white. Like, oh, why is it so white? She gives me mine. It's got like 2 ice cubes and frickin', just Baileys. Just Baileys. You ever have that Irish cream stuff? It's It's a name brand Irish cream. It's like Bailey's, except better. Next time you're over at my house, we'll have to have some.
I've had that before.
Oh
yes.
man, I like it better than Bailey's.
I do too.
Tell your bosses.
Bring the fucking leprechaun elixir, you dink.
Leprechaun elixir, the leprechaun Christmas drink. Yeah.
Gosh and Bagora.
Speaking of, I guess this guy is not a leprechaun.
We don't know that.
We need hints for the booster pack game.
He actually could be a leprechaun because, like, his hat is vaguely leprechaun-esque.
Okay, he's got a hat. That's a hint. It's a he.
In the art, there's not a lot of things for scale, so he could also be very small.
I suppose so.
And he
is not small from a vanilla creature standpoint, right?
I suppose.
Yeah.
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 His face is bigger than his ass.
We don't know that. He could have a big dumper.
No, like, because...
Right? You're still talking about his power and toughness.
Yeah, and then he's got his little box of gold.
Okay.
Instead of a pot of gold. I think he's a leprechaun.
Okay.
I've decided. That's a hint too. He's a leprechaun.
Okay. So you guess in the comments below who the commander is that we're talking about on tomorrow's show. You get entered in to win a sticker pack of Commander Cookout stickers, all of which are on sale for Black Friday. I don't know if they still will be by the time this airs.
Probably won't be.
Or a token pack featuring the new tokens.
Yeah.
Or a crummy old pack of magic cards or whatever. It's only called the booster pack game, eh?
Yeah, well, whatever.
We should call it the not booster pack game.
Is that enough hints for people to get it?
Oh yeah, people will get it. They know it's a new card because we're catching up on Ixalan and Doctor Whom.
Okay, but yeah, it's Ixalan. Let's just tell them that, and then they'll know where to start at least.
Yeah.
So it's the leprechaun from Ixalan.
Okay, and in our review, you actually said that you want to build this guy.
Yeah, I'm pumped about this. I'm happy that we're doing this.
Yeah.
Because I like when I'm going to do a thing, but then I don't have time.
And somebody takes care of it for you?
Does it for me, and I'm excited. And lots of the stuff...
You just hit submit list, and then it just auto-populates a cart, and you take out the stuff you already have, and you hit buy on the stuff that you need.
Yeah.
That's the easiest thing to do.
I actually... I don't even have to do... Except for this card. I don't have this one.
We've played that card before.
Yes, we have.
I'm not even kidding. We've played that card before.
Yes, but I don't own one. But I could.
I suppose. It's probably not very expensive.
Well, I mean, in Freedom units, it's like
it's
cheap.
There. $2.
But in real life, it probably $9 here in Canada.
Yeah.
Man, ordered me. I'll tell you, here's a product thing. Ordered me some of the new secret layers that are coming out.
Yeah.
And got in there with Alex, who's me and FU Axlax. And we ordered our layers together, and then I went to do the cart thing and to check out. When you converted the shipping and fees costs from USD to CAD, it was $140 fucking dollars to ship that shit from wherever they print it to my house. So instead, I sent it to AA Ron Carrar and Amy Carrar. You know how much that cost me? Nothing. $0.
You know,
there is something wrong with that.
When we look back on 2023, we do our look back, in a couple weeks.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to say this story again.
We've been saying that year over year. This will probably be year 3. Wizards has to figure out an affordable shipping outside of United States solution for secret layers.
Yes, because it's getting outrageous, and we're finding ways around it.
Frick, it was outrageous 2 years ago.
Oh, it's much worse now.
Oh.
It used to only be like between 80 and 90. 140? Fuck you.
Mm-hmm. What do they use? Like UPS?
No, they send them in the fucking mail. They show up in your mailbox. It's not like a courier brings them to your house.
Yeah, that's awful.
Oh, yeah, it's horrific. And it takes weeks to get here.
I know exactly how much it costs to send those size of packages because I do it every week.
Yeah. And if
I could charge $140, you think people would pay?
No.
Oh.
No, they wouldn't.
Wow.
Jesus. And they come in an envelope.
Mm-hmm.
They come in a fucking envelope.
Let's start the show.
God damn it. FusionGamingOnline.com sent me a box, like an actual real live box. It cost me $11. It got here in 2 days. Goddamn Wizards is going to charge me $140 to send me 3 fucking envelopes inside of a smaller, shittier box that's going to take a month to get to my house.
Your age is showing. Well, episode 406. Hit our theme song.
Brr, brr.